art store had its semi-annual sale, and so armed with a list that I had compiled after watching In Liquid Color's Swatch With Me video, I set out to add some more tubes of QoR paint to my collection. I'm a smitten kitten when it comes to this paint brand, and it's probably second only behind Daniel Smith. I love the vibrancy, the color pop, and the way the colors dance across the page anytime you add water. I can't tell you what colors to pick or what colors are the best, because that is a totally personal art decision. When you watch Swatch With Me videos, even Denise says, it's not to encourage you to add more and more paint to your collection. It's to help you see some of the colors swatched out so that you can make an informed decision on what would round out your collection. Now, I felt bad for adding some of the colors that I chose because they are convenience green mixtures. I know green is pretty easy to mix for most artists, but when I paint a lot of florals and sceneries, it is so nice to be able to just squeeze from a tube of paint and be ready to go. So that would be my advice, or some advice, when wondering what colors you should add. What do you use them for? Is it a unique color that you can only get from a certain brand? Or like Marie Kondo always asks us, does this color spark joy? When I first started painting, I thought I had to collect as many colors as possible. It was like I was building my own Crayola box. I didn't really realize at the time that you could mix your own colors, and so I didn't really learn how to, and I'm still learning. I wish somebody had told me, hey, remember what you learned in 3rd grade art class? That color wheel? The primary colors? Yes, start with those. It would be very hard to bake a tasty cake without knowing the key component ingredients were butter, sugar, and flour. I think the same goes for painting. We have these basics so that we can build a solid foundation and add to our knowledge from there. So while I don't have the formula for your ideal palette, nor the dividing skills to chew this swatch card, sorry Pyro Red Deep, I can tell you that there are some wonderful resources out there. YouTube, Skillshare, and even the library. I'll link some of my favorite learning tools down below. I bet you didn't know you were going to get magic tricks on this channel, did ya? I don't know how I did that or if I could ever replicate it, but it made me laugh. Alright, sit back and relax and watch some pretty colors. And if you want to see QoR's full line or close to, I will link Denise Soden's In Liquid Color channel at the bottom. And she goes through, I think she has all but 5 was the final count, and the colors are beautiful. Okay, I'll see you a little bit later. Now to test out these new colors and play with some of those convenience greens, I picked a photograph that didn't necessarily have different colors, but had different shades of green because of the way the shadows and the light were captured in the photograph. Here's something else I've learned. If you study a photograph and you see the principle of what you want to paint, it's okay to edit. I didn't necessarily want to paint the window or the pots that these cute plants were in, but I really wanted to focus on the little roundy-doo green parts. After my study was finished, I laughed because it actually just looked like a bunch of different circles. But that's okay. I learned which ones had darker values and to study where the light was coming from. So don't be hard on yourself. There is value in every time you pick up your paintbrush. You might just make the next great masterpiece, or you might take 10 minutes just to unplug from the world and have fun. Your art journey is just that, yours. So enjoy yourself, play with some new colors, and happy, happy painting.